Hope everyone is having a great day. It is hot. It is hot right now. It is 85 degrees right now. 85 and humid. With this car that I guess is going to let me go by or not. All right. It's going to go by me. Indecisive. That's what indecisive looks like. 31st Avenue. I don't know how far we're going to take this. We'll take it up to Steinway. Make it a nice short little walk. Sun is directly overhead. It is high noon. So of course I was in the area after filming another walk, and I'm like, you know what? I keep going all day. Let's do another one. While I'm out here, might as well knock out another one. (31st Avenue). I'm gonna be honest, maybe a section of it I have, but I have never walked down 31st Avenue in the Astoria section of Queens, so you guys are seeing everything that I'm seeing for the first time. So I was going to do 30th Avenue, but I said, you know, I've done 30th Avenue a couple times, so let's go down 31st Avenue, which I've never done. So see what we find down here. Look at these homes. Actually look nice. They've been modernized, these 3 brick attached. Department of Health, right across the street there. I'll get you guys a look when I get past the tree. All right, let's swing it back. That says the Department of Health. It don't matter what side of this street I walk on, I'm going to be in the sun for the walk. So the sun is directly over the middle of the street. There is no shade to be had, except for when I walk under some of these trees. This will be the last walk for June, by the way. So I hope you all enjoyed June 2026 at my channel. June 2026 was, again, a better year than last June. We are on a streak right now. We are on a streak right now of better than last year month statistics. Really, since the beginning. We've never had a month once we recycled past the next year, right? So the first year we had was 2023 on the channel. So then 2024, since 2024, every month that we walk on this channel, we've had a better month than the previous year, and that streak has not been broken. I bring that up because we may be in jeopardy of, I don't want to say it, but I got to be honest. We may be in jeopardy of breaking that streak, losing that streak next month, because last July, unless we have some really good storms, we will not get as many views as we did. Last July was ridiculous because we had those back to back thunderstorms every Friday. We had 4 weeks of thunderstorms. So 21st Street. This will take you down to Astoria Park over there. Not too far away, Astoria Park. The end of the road. Well, like I was saying, July is going to be a tough month to beat last year's July. We'll see what happens. Interestingly, last July 2025 was our second best year ever on the channel. Our best year ever happened this year. It was in January, which was strange, but that was because of all the snowstorms we had. Snowstorms and the live streams. Statistics, man. I'll tell you, statistics are very important if you have a YouTube channel. Statistics keep you honest. He's going somewhere. So I'm wondering if 31st Avenue, since this is my first time walking along 31st Avenue ever in my life, if this is just going to be mostly residential, because, you know, Broadway to my right on the next block and 30th Avenue to my left on the next block, those are commercial areas with a whole bunch of stores and places to eat, restaurants, all that stuff. Got a cat in the window there. Now, we haven't gotten to 31st Street yet where the train tracks are, so we'll see what happens when we pass the train tracks. Very quiet avenue, I'll give you that. Not a lot of traffic so far. Very quiet. Guys, wait until you see the size of the bike lane on the next block. I'm looking at it. You can probably see it in the camera already. That is a big... That bike lane is... That bike lane is bigger than a city street wide. I mean, they did something similar in my neighborhood, 7th Avenue. They turned half of 7th Avenue into bike lanes to slow down the traffic. I wonder if that was the reason they did that over here too. Look how big these bike lanes are. I mean, you have Tour de France over here. You have at least four bikes side by side on either lane. Big bike lanes. at least it gives me the opportunity to look at some homes from a better vantage point. See this biker right here. She's taking up like a tiny fraction of the lane there. You hear the sounds of air conditioners. And today is definitely air conditioner day. Next time I get into an air conditioned anything, it'll be on a train, hopefully. Very rarely do the trains have a broken AC these days. I remember back in the old days, it was a 50-50 crapshoot. You got on a New York City train, it was either really hot or it was really cold. It's been pretty good the last few years. I mean, there's still some trains that have broken ACs, but it's less frequent. And back in the day, if the AC wasn't working on one car, it wasn't working on all 10 cars. These days, it's usually 1 or 2 cars. And you know how you know? You know how you know that a car, when a train is pulling in, right? You obviously are not on the train, so you don't know which train car has the broken AC. It's very easy. When the train comes to the station, you see an empty car during rush hour. That's the car that has no AC. That is the N train. Let me get on the sidewalk here. Some people eating and stuff. Yeah, if the AC is not working on a train car, no one is sitting on it because you'll wind up dying of heat exhaustion. Guys, guess what? Guess what, guys? We're going to be walking through another street festival. That's back-to-back street festivals. So they're having street festivals on both Broadway and 31st Avenue. We'll see how big this one is. You guys get to see 2 street festivals back-to-back. Look at that. When have I ever been able to do that? One time I did it. I remember one time I did it. New York City, Broadway. And then I think it was a Park Slope Street Festival afterwards. Oh no, it was probably the 30th Avenue one. The Labor Day Street Festival. So this, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be a big street festival though. It looks like it's at least 1 block, 2 blocks. Look at that. Action-packed walks here in Astoria, Queens. I'll show you some of these buildings. Check out the stonework on the one on the corner. Well, not on the corner, but the last one here. All right, here we are. Let's see what this is all about. It is called the 31st Avenue Open Street. I wonder if they just do this every weekend. There goes Mom's Kitchen and Bar. Get a look at this. All right, here we are. Let's see what this is. Let's look at the sign first off. Let's see what they say down here. Is this every week? Nah, it doesn't say every week, but it might be. And it's nice. It's underneath all the trees and very nice shade. This is a first shade that we've had. like a farmer's market, kind of. Looks like fish over here. Montauk Catch Club. You know, fish stand. You never see that. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a fish stand at a street festival.
And it was like they laid eggs.
All right, let's see what this block has. This is the next block. Looks like it's the last one that has the festival. Astoria Farmers Market. Next market is on July 12th. And some garlic right here. All right, let's start. Let's get a look at this, and then let's start walking again.
What's his name?
All right, let's pick up the walking again. Got you guys got you guys another little, more like a farmer's market than a street festival. It was a couple of streets of farmers market goods. And we are finally now starting to see some shade, which I really could use. There is a really beautiful church over here. I get over there to show you all. We'll stay right outside the bike lane here. Trinity Lutheran Church, is that what it's called? Trinity Lutheran Church. There you go, guys. Beautiful tree right in front. All right, so we've made it to 38th Street coming up here. This is a Farm Country Market, supermarket. No, we'll do. We will. Let's see. Should I turn on to Steinway or should I keep going? I'll decide when we get up to Steinway. Looks like Frankie's food truck there is really cooking some food there. It looks like it's almost on fire. Jeez. Whoa, smoke coming out of that. Well, at least we know he's cooking the food. You know what, we're gonna stay on 31st. Steinway Street. It's a nice Sunday stroll in Astoria, Queens. Although at some point we're going to be walking out of Astoria and I think back into Woodside here. I came across over here because I wanted to look at these two homes here. There's a nice color scheme on this one right here. This is what caught my attention coming across the street here. Yeah, we are definitely going back and forth a lot. I definitely admit that we are zigzagging a lot, back and forth. You know what we'll do? Just thought of something. Just thought of an idea. Let's see. We're gonna run into Newtown here. Newtown Road. I think we'll go down Newtown Road and take that down to 31st. We'll go back the other way, but on Newtown Road. Newtown Road being one of the oldest roads in Queens. At one point, Elmhurst was called Newtown, I believe. I'm not an encyclopedia. I just remember stories. But here's some really old structures that have been around for a very long time on Newtown Road right here. We'll just stay in the street here for these. Something's buzzing over there. Got a nice little breeze going on right over here. How do you say that, guys and girls? Powhatan. Powhatan? Democratic Club? Since 1900? We'll let this car back out. Go by me. I know this property on the corner is a quite old piece of property. Look at that. And then this block just has a whole bunch of graffiti on the walls over here. I am taking you guys through some really gritty roads, huh? I'll be honest, I'm trying to stay close to the train station so I could get back on the train and go home. I could get on the R train over at Steinway. The problem with the R train, though, is it's a local train. I am not sitting on a train for 2 hours just to get to Brooklyn when I could do it in 45 minutes. we're gonna stay on this. Now, Newtown Road is kind of strange. It doesn't continue. It kind of breaks up and then continues further down over by 31st Street. But we're not gonna go down though. I don't want to go on 30th because I want to save 30th for another day. So we'll keep going this way, in this direction. Very colorful people up against a very colorful wall. We're right back on Steinway Street. What I'll do is I'll take us down 41st Street. That's what we'll do. We'll go down 41st Street. Because, like I said, I want to save 30th Avenue. I want to save Steinway Street for something else. For another walk, a dedicated walk. That way people don't feel like I'm walking in the same spots over and over again. There we go. This is 41st Street. We've been walking for 33 minutes. I have made the decision to get on the train at the last stop on the end and go all the way home. Which means I have to get over to Ditmars. So that's where we're going to walk down to. We're going to walk down to Ditmars from here. So there's another street that I've never walked down in Queens, 41st Street. I lived on a 41st Street in Brooklyn, but I never walked down 41st Street in Queens. Look at these apartments. These are nice. "28th Avenue. I don't want to be walking behind him for the next 10 minutes, so I'm going to cross over. Some people will walk in my speed and I'll just never pass them. They'll stay in front of me forever. This will be our last walk in the month of June 2026. We get ready for July, a 4th of July weekend coming up. There is some big events happening. That's right where I live. I don't have to go far. We have the Sail 250, 250th birthday of the United States of America. We have all the tall ships coming right by my house, so I don't have to go anywhere for that. So I'll be filming that. I'll be filming it and photographing it. That's going to be interesting. So I'll see how I'm going to have to do that. That might be like a live stream where I just film and photograph and then I go live with you guys and show you guys all the work. I'll see how that goes. We're going to have a lot of old, tall sail ships go by the Verrazano, go under the Verrazano on July 3rd. And then again on July 4th with the added attraction of the Thunderbirds, Blue Angels, and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that stuff. So this area right here, I'm gonna get hit by the I'm gonna get hit by the highway. So you know what we're gonna do? We'll take the last leg. We'll just go to Astoria Boulevard. I'll do the Astoria Boulevard train station. Or you know what? Better yet, I got a better thing. Let's walk down 25th Avenue. That's what we'll do. We will walk down, well, we can't because then you hit Steinway over here. Never mind that. We're going to just keep going this way. Reminds me of parts of Brooklyn when you get downtown Brooklyn, man, and all the streets kind of hit. They run into something. They either run into the Gowanus, or they run into Prospect Park and they don't go through. Similar to what's going on right now. Now the corner of Steinway and Astoria Boulevard is a pretty hectic intersection to cross. Well, we're going to do it safely. So you know what I'll do? I'll probably end the walk over at the Burger King over there on the corner of 31st and Astoria Boulevard. That's what we'll do. About a month ago, we were on the other side of Astoria Boulevard on that side, remember? Now we're on this side. I get to show you guys this side of Astoria Boulevard. And that's my camera just staying locked on whatever it was locked on. I guess it wants to track the parked cars. I have crossed by Steinway Street a lot of times today. On the last walk, where I did the Broadway walk, this is our second time crossing on this walk. I am making my way back to the train station, although I'm going to be honest, I am tempted to stop at Burger King. I have not had Burger King in such a long time. Maybe I'll break that. I don't know. It is lunchtime. I haven't eaten. I didn't eat breakfast, so I can eat fast food because I don't eat a lot of it to begin with. So whenever I do eat fast food, it's not like I'm hurting my body. I mean, once in a while, it ain't gonna do nothing to you. So it's when you eat fast food on a regular basis, that's when you develop problems with your body. But me, my body will be able to handle it. Back in the day, speaking of that Burger King, back in the day, we used to carpool out to Long Island. I worked for a company where we used to wire up and install all the computer infrastructure for a lot of the financial offices out on Long Island. And we used to carpool out there, and there was this guy that lived right there. He lived right over by the Burger King. So we would all just take the train out to the Burger King and meet up there and have breakfast, and then we would get in the car and all go out to wherever we were going, out further out on Long Island. American flag right next to an immigration advocacy services place, where you could also book a tour to Romania, I guess, Romanian tours. I want to thank everybody for taking this walk with me. We started out on 31st Avenue, and we're going to end it at 31st Street. I guess we came full circle in a way. But we hit another, I guess this one wasn't a street festival. We went through a farmer's market. And so yeah, it was a good walk. Looked like 45 minutes of walking. It's about to end. I can see the Burger King sign. I can see the train station. Well, the Burger King is not exactly on 31st, but it's right over there. So. Also, this is a police precinct, I believe. Is this the 114th police precinct? $175 years, 1845 to 2020. Well, that they need to update their banner. Yeah, this is 114th precinct right here. 31st, she's over there where the train is, the train tracks. And the Burger King is over here on 34th Street. You guys will have to stay tuned for the next vlog. I'll tell you if I decided to get the Burger King or not. But in any case, I'm going to end it right over here anyway. Right on the corner over there. I wonder if it still looks the same inside. We have the seating up at the front and the counter in the back. It looks like they do. It's still the same because I can see the See the drive-through windows in the back there. So. All right, I'm gonna end it here on 33rd Street, very close to 31st. I want to thank everybody for tagging along. We were right outside the Burger King at Astoria Blvd in Astoria. And I will catch all of you on the next walk as we get into July. So take care and bye-bye for now.